Hello everybody, this is Coach Tara Woodruff, the Mind Reset Coach, and I'm coming to you tonight out of Holiday, Florida. It's late, it's really late, but I got inspired today about something and I wanted to, I just didn't want to let it sit. I wanted to make a video and teach you something maybe that you've never heard of, or if you have, maybe you'd revisit this technique again. So in this video I'm going to talk about a law of attraction technique that I learned a few years ago. I can't remember exactly where I learned it, and I don't think I've ever saw it written down. I'm not sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a really deep kind of technique, and I think a lot of people out there would, if they haven't heard of it before, would really get some juice out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm interested in revisiting doing this as well, and maybe even doing a hangout about it, or a mastermind, or something along those lines. But anyway, let me get to the point. This law of attraction technique is basically designed to help people let go of their past. Let go of their past. You know what I mean? Let go of anything in the past that doesn't suit them. Anything that they feel maybe holds on to them, clings on to them, or maybe things they didn't even know clung onto them. And I believe that the purpose of the process that you go through when you do this technique is to just do a lot of cleansing, a lot of releasing of negativity from your past, and in turn releasing a lot of negativity out of your future, because what we carry with us and what's in our mind, what we think about, is what we attract. There's no doubt about it, and especially when we're very resistant to something, if there's any kind of trauma that you've experienced in your life, or anything that you perceived as trauma, and maybe now as an adult you don't see it that way, whatever it is, could be just, I mean, you can't really put a check mark on a level of someone's pain. It's just what it is, right? When you're growing up, that's what it is. So if you've experienced a lot of pain in your life, or you feel that there's something there and you're not quite sure how to unlock it, and you want to just get it done, just move on. A lot of people will tell you forgive, and the really smart ones will tell you to forgive and never forget. Then you've got some people that say completely ignore it. You never know where you're going to get your information from, or your advice from. But I really think it's important that if you're going to forgive, you've got to kind of be in the place of forgiveness. And usually that starts with yourself. So this technique, or this process, this law of attraction process, may be difficult for you in the beginning. It may be really fun. I'm going to look at it as something fun, because I think it's going to be really fun to do. But it could go either way during the thing. The thing is, at the end of it, you're going to feel great. It's going to be exciting, and it's going to be something that you can either share with other people, or you can just keep to yourself and reread down the road. Okay, well, this is what it is. You start from day one, from the very day you were born, and you're going to write your life from the day you were born until this moment exactly how you wished it had been. So you're taking a wish, some sort of wish is kind of ethereal, it's kind of untangible, and you're turning it into something tangible by writing it down. So this is what I'm going to ask you guys to do. I've talked to you before about getting a journal and writing down your story and how it's going to be. Well, this may be another separate journal that you're going to write down a whole new story for yourself and keep it in a separate journal. Okay? Now, you could go completely opposite of everything that happened, or you could keep the good stuff, the stuff you really, really loved, and just rewrite anything that gave you pain, or you remember pain when you think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'll give you one of mine. I'm thinking about this right this second. Now, it involved pain, but it was physical pain. But what it reminded me of was just these incredibly hot days being with my dad and fishing, right? And it was one day we were fishing, and I think it was some sort of lake or something. It was very odd for me, because I remember mostly salt fishing. And I'm not sure if I remember everything about this, but I do know I got stung in the foot on my big toe by a catfish. It hurt really bad. It wasn't as bad as Sarah's catfish attack, but it was painful, and I was little, and it hurt. But it reminds me of something like a really feeling. Like I felt like a kid, you know. I felt and fishing with my dad, and it's kind of one of those things. So I might keep something like that and take something away that I can remember having a lot of pain about. Now this is going to be a lot of fun to me because, I don't know about you, but I've always had this feeling, and I'm pretty sure it's the truth, that everybody kind of, when they're born, they already know where they're headed and what they're going to do and how they intend on being. And we've already chosen who we're going to do that with, and we're choosing our experiences because we're going down the road. And then as you go down the road, you start to lose sight of those things, and you start to experience your life. You might run into some trouble, some kind of things that kind of echo back at you from your past, and things that you might feel deep guilt about, things that you feel resentment about. Resentment and guilt kind of hand in hand, so be gentle with yourself, and definitely do this. I'm going to start doing mine in the morning. I think it's going to be really fun, and I encourage you to do it. And if you are going to do it as well, I definitely want to know. Either comment below this video if you're watching this video on my blog or on my Facebook, comment below, or send me a message, email me, and let me know if you're going to do it too, and if you are, what your experiences are. You don't have to share this story with anybody. You don't have to publish this. You don't have to do anything. This is your private information, and I'm excited for you to rewrite your story from the beginning until now. I'm so excited about the doors it's going to open for you and the emotional releasing that you'll have. It's going to happen. I know that right now I feel adventurous about it. I might run into some shit that just, maybe, I don't know. I do know that I'm going into it with a very open heart and an adventurous spirit, and I feel like it's going to be a darn good time. And I'm excited about that. So I hope that you feel the same way, and I hope that this will help you out. I will just give you another edge. If you already have lots of good edges, this might give you another edge. I can see this really opening up a lot of emotional and spiritual blocks to paths that you're on right now. Maybe you're doing something, you're like, wait a minute, why is this quite connecting? And you've got that thing, that's you've forgiven and you've almost forgotten, or you've not forgotten, and it's not. Maybe that's the thing, Sometimes we can't figure that out until we go to it, right? So being able to undo all negativity in our past and rewrite it in such a way which you feel passion and happiness, and you might want to keep some stuff, you keep whatever it is. I know there's a lot that I'm going to keep about my past, and there's going to be a lot that's going to get washed, and it's going to be my own private journal. Maybe I'll turn it into a novel. You never know what's going to happen, guys. Think of all the possibilities. So if you're going to be down with this stuff, as soon as you see this blog or see this video, please get in touch with me. Let me know if you're doing it or if you're going to do it, or you don't have to say anything. You can go ahead and do it and come back to me and tell me later what it did for you, how it felt, what was your experience doing it. Did you hate it? Was it a ridiculous thing? Do you feel like you wasted your time? Are you still pissed off or whatever? Let me know, because I'm really curious. More than anything, I'm really curious about how it's going to do something for me as it is for you. Now, I learned this a few years ago, but I never applied it. I might have written like a minute or two, I get frustrated or something, or whatever, I want to turn Facebook back on or whatever, and I never really fully applied it. So in order to help you keep from going to overwhelming yourself, if you're not totally in the zone and you're not totally spirit writing or whatever, and you're not just getting it out, start this way. Tell yourself, for 5 minutes every day, part of my writing is going to be 5 minutes of rewriting my story. And set a timer and only write for 5 minutes. Just write for 5 minutes. Read the last thing that you wrote so that it goes smoothly for yourself, and then boom, rewrite for 5 more minutes, and do that every day until your story's finished. You know, it could be as detailed or as vague as you want it to be. It's all up to you. There's nobody going to look over your shoulder. There's nobody's going to correct your grammar. None of that. But if you feel like it's a big task, I want you to break it down into 5-10 minute pieces, and not, you know, and make it every day though. Definitely touch base with this every day, but only as far as you know that you can fit the time in to dedicate yourself to it. And when you take that 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, if you're, I'm thinking I might go for a half hour, I don't know, we'll see. Shut the world off. You know, go outside, sit down. If you got a car, take a ride to the park, get out of the car, leave your phone in the car, go to the picnic bench and sit down and write. Whatever it is you got to do, whatever makes you feel happy. You know, play some music in the background, play some Baroque music is very good for this kind of thing. Whatever it is, burn a candle, make it something that's like your time, like me time. And you know, get in touch with yourself. This is for everybody, men and women. I highly suggest go ahead and do that. You don't have to be all fancy like, you know, the candle burning and stuff. If you're a guy and that shit ain't down with that, it's okay. You know, you could do this in the middle of a raging, you know, whatever you want to do. Just take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour, however long you want, every single day. Turn it off, tune it in, and reinvent your life. This is Coach Tara Woodruff, the Mind Reset Coach, coming to you out of Holiday, Florida. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and please share with your friends, let people know, or make your own video about this and see if you get some of your friends to get down with it for you. And let's rewrite history, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.